Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving back into the 10-star Kizuna Clash against Crocodile with some boosted teams. So if you guys decided to do some multis for VV Wapple as well as Morgans, you might be able to put some of these teams together. Now, I'm using both the rare recruits in today's video. I'll talk about where Bonnie can kind of be slid on the team if you guys have the extra 1.1 times booster. But look, if you have Morgans, you can just run VV as a friend captain. And if you have VV, you can run... If you have Morgans, you have run VV. What did I say first? If you have VV, you can run Morgans as a friend captain, and vice versa. If you have Morgans, you run VV as a friend captain. So, hope these teams help you out. They're a bit wonky, honestly, because, like, Cerebral's just bad. Like, I didn't realize how bad Cerebral was until making this video. Plus, the two rare recruits don't work with any of the 10.5 anniversary characters. They're based around Cerebral teams. So, it's kind of wonky, it's kind of weird, but, look, we have to make do, and hopefully we can actually get to some pretty high levels, because they want to make recovery orbs, they take away HP in these 10-star events, and utilizing rushes and super tendons are going to be very, very hard to do. As you can see down the bottom here, Morgans and VV Wapple have a buffed captain ability, where if they become captain within the quest, they're actually going to give a higher utility effect, which is kind of nice, but at the end of the day, like, it's not that big of a deal. But hopefully this video helps you guys out. If it does, bell like button, hit the subscribe, and do that good stuff. With that said, let's dive into the 10-star Kizuna. Starting it off with the strength variation, obviously the rare recruits are the boosted characters. Strength, dex, and quick characters get all the good stuff. And then on stage 2, you get 10 turns of all type orbs and tandem being unfavorable. You get a full board of tandem orbs, which are obviously unfavorable, 1 turn of paralysis, and a 1-turn slot barrier for 1 similar slot. Once you defeat the enemy, you get a captain swap, and then you also get a full board of unfavorable slots. Then on the final stage for 31+, because obviously Super Boss, you're going to be doing that. Full immunity, blow away resistance, 5 turns of attack down, normal attacks only, 6 turns of despair after sockets, 6 turns of threshold, as well as another slot barrier for Wano slot for 2 times on a 1-turn counter. Then you take 200,000 damage on death. It's a lot of death damage, and that's why rush abilities aren't really going to work that well. Obviously, tandem orbs are treated as unfavorable, so super tandems are going to be pretty hard to get, so just a lot of stuff not going your way for this particular event. But the team looks a little bit like this. We are utilizing Morgans with VV on the team, and then we're bringing a friend captain VV. Ideally, we just use the friend captain VV on turn 2. That way we swap into our Shanks captain. That should work absolutely fine. I don't really see it being too much of a problem. You do need paralysis removal on turn 2, which VV should take care of. She does remove 2 turns in her captain, so that should work out. And then as for the rest of the quest, you're actually going to need despair removal. So actually, you're meant to do this. So we want to swap into Morgans. Morgans is going to become a captain, and then when he gets captain, he gets 5 turns of despair removal. Then we can remove the rest with Yasop. Luffy's here to remove the attack down. We can give him a tandem orb thanks to his Beppo support. That way you get the Super Tandem Shanks ability. Running it back with Super Tandem Shanks in 2024. Vivi's going to give you recovery orb. She's going to remove the barriers, and then Nami Karina is going to give you a threshold debuff as well as remove the threshold as well. So this is the team. Obviously, it's going to be dependent on how the counters work with Morgans and VV. Once you obviously switch into Morgans as captain, hopefully he gets the 1-turn counter, so that way he becomes your attack booster. And then obviously VV becomes your orb booster. Sorry, VV's the attack booster, Morgans is the orb booster. Both of the records, they actually suck. Like, they're so bad. But hopefully they'll be able to do something for us. As for the quick fight, the rare recruits obviously are the boosted characters. Slashers, shooters, and cerebrals get all the good stuff. And then on turn 2, you get a full board of unfavorable orbs. All type orbs are unfavorable. 3 turns of burn, and then 1 turn of despair after sockets. After level 30, you have all the blow away and full immunity. And then if your top right captain is quick, it's going to be a little bit different to every other color. And ideally, you want your captain to be quick because you need despair removal rather than having silence. Silence is way harder to remove. Unless you're running Kizuna Brook, you're going to be stuck here. And obviously, you want to be putting cerebral teams if you're running a VV friend captain or a Morgan's friend captain. So pretty annoying stuff there. 6 turns of paralysis, tandem orbs, normal attacks only, 5 turns of attack down, damage reduction, and a 90% attack down if you have a 1 tandem bomb, dex, or quick orb, and then a 5 turns of despair after socket. So once again, we're going to swap into VV as captain, utilizing a friend captain Morgans. That's going to remove the despair on turn 2, and then you can swap into VV. Shanks is going to remove the damage reduction. He has the giant support, so that way you can take care of the burn. And then we have I actually don't need this. That doesn't need to be there. And then we have Uta to remove the the despair as well as the attack down. No, Luffy removes the attack down. Uta removes the despair and Is that what she removes? I think that's what she removes. She removes the Despair. Yeah, and then Vivi removes the Paralysis. So with this, Shanks has been your color definitive booster. He's also has a Rush. Luffy has your attack down removal. Unfortunately, he's not getting his versatility charged, but he is boosted for the event, so he's going to actually have his special ready. If you have Bonnie, by the way, you just put Bonnie in where Luffy is. Now, you're not going to get, obviously, Shanks' abilities, but for this team, like, you just need to put Bonnie there, and then you can probably run some attack down. Actually, no, Nami Karina actually move attack down as well, so that's super interesting. Oh, well, much of a muchness, really. But that's the team for that one. Again, getting super tandems is really, really hard. Actually, this one was actually probably the easiest to get some sort of super tandem off. But there's not really too many super tandems that work with Shanks when you need to bring Vivi and Morgan. So you're kind of stuck in a really hard spot with that one. Moving on to the final fight against Crocodilus, the Dex variation. On turn 2, Cerebral's Free Spirit and Slashes get all the good stuff. And on turn 2, you get a full board of Block Orbs, 5 turns of Bind on your left-hand column, and then a 1-turn hit barrier for 30 hits. Very, very annoying stuff. Full immunity, blow away immunity after level 31. And then you have normal attacks only, 3 turns of burn, and 90% HP card, which makes rushing really, really hard. 3 turns, or 2 stacks of hunger, full board of tandem bomb block orbs. You get lock orbs, special reverse, slot barrier for 3 tandem slots, as well as an intimidation for an attack and orb boost, reducing it by 1 turn. After you defeat the enemy, comes back with 15% HP, 5 turns of despair gets inflicted, and then you also have to deal with 3 turns of a special limit use. So for this team, we're using Morgans, once again, as our friend captain. Ideally, on turn 2, you want to use the Shank special. He basically just takes care of everything for this particular fight. Removes the bind, gives you a full board of orbs, removes the damage reduction. No, there's no damage reduction. He removes barrier, that's right. And then he also has hunger, so you can take care of the hunger on the final stage too. To get the special reverse, we have the free-to-play Vegapunk. I haven't super evolved him yet, but like just super evolve him. Run this one, doesn't really matter. Bonnie on turn 2 gives you all the chain shenanigans that you can carry over into the revive, and then you have your attack and orb boost with Vivi and Morgans. Swapping into Morgans as captain is going to remove the despair on the revive as well. You're not really going to need the extra special, but look, that's pretty much how the team is going to function. So again, the boosted batch don't really help with the higher levels. Obviously, you're going to get a lot of tokens early, but once you start getting to those higher Kizuna levels and the scaling starts getting really, really high, you're really going to want to rely on your teammates to start picking up the slack and taking down those big numbers for you. But like I said at the start of the video, actually I don't think I said at the start of the video, this is all subject to change. This is just my initial team building, and as the event goes on and I get a feel for these characters, we'll try and put some more stuff together. Honestly, I'm not even sure how these characters work all that well, because they obviously need to like have like special counters on them, but I don't really understand how you're meant to get 2 special counters on these types of characters when they don't have any sort of cooldowns or anything like that. I might be missing something though, and if I am, let me know in the comment section below. While you're down there, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!